What is up, guys? Belamy here, and welcome back to another episode of Prime Survival. We've just come off the back of killing the Ender Dragon, and it is time for us to head back to our village, to our little compound, and take all of our loot back and kind of sort ourselves out, because we have quite a ender chest full of books here that we want to trade with our villagers, and we actually kind of just want to reset and come back and, go back to our base and save all of our stuff before we go out exploring once again. So the way we're going to do that today is actually going to go through the Nether portal that we created in the last episode before we actually fought the dragon. So what we're actually going to do today is we're going to use the coordinates that we took from our original Ender portal, the original Nether portal that we made in our village on the other side in the Nether, and we're going to try and combine them or create a path between them. And just in case you guys weren't already aware, distance that you travel in the Nether actually correlates to way more distance traveled in the overworld. In fact, it's 8 times the amount. So every single block that you travel in the Nether is essentially 8 blocks of travel in the overworld. So this is why people have what we'll call nether hubs and big portal systems set up in the nether to travel between certain points of interest in survival Minecraft. So that means we can connect our end area portal here through the nether to our overworld area, and that means we can travel between our village and our end portal much quicker if we create a nice little path. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through into the nether in our portal just here, and then we're going to look at our coordinates and see where we are. So we're at minus 150, 54, and minus 98 right now. And if I look at my other screen over here, I actually took a screenshot of the coordinates of our other portal that we created in our earlier episodes of Prime Survival here. So our other portal is at minus 235, 61, and minus 222. So basically, we just have to head in that direction that way. So if we go a little about to our x-axis, we need to get to about 235, so about 100 blocks in that direction, and then we're going to have to head in about 220 blocks in this direction here, and we're going to have to go up about 6 blocks as well. So we'll go up and try and get to that level for starters. So we'll go up to level 61 is the level we want. We need to be careful where we're jumping around here. So we want about this level here. One more level. So 61 is the height that we want, and we're going to have to travel in kind of this direction out that way. Now, there's no open area, so what the best method is going to be for us is actually going to be to make a direct path here. So I'm going to start making a kind of pathway from our portal here. We'll try and do a 2x2 like so, and we'll try and step this up in a regular staircase like so, and we'll go ahead and use our cobblestone. Now, now, at a later date, we'll most likely dress this path up a little bit and make it look nice and pretty. But for the time being, we just want to get this completed and make it nice and easy for us to commute between our 2 locations here. So, what level are we at here? 63. It actually went slightly too high. So, we're going to go ahead and break this here and break this one here. So, that should be 61. Perfect. Alright. And then we're going to build our little cobblestone pathway here just into the side of the netherrack here, so it's a nice little flat pathway, and then we're going to actually put a little side on it here because we don't want to accidentally fall off this when traveling between these. Now, like I said, I'll dress this up at a later date and make it look nice and pretty, but for the time being we just want a nice simple pathway back to our portal, so it's not going to be too difficult for us to traverse and get between these areas. So what we're going to do now is going to ignore that gas there, and we're going to travel about 100 blocks in this direction, and hopefully we're going to be unhindered while doing so, and we'll try and get some try and keep some torches down while we're doing this. And going through netherrack is actually quite easy. Oh gosh, we got a bit of lava at our feet here. It's no big deal. It shouldn't do too much damage to us. When our hunger depletes here, we'll eat a bit more steak, but I'll have to go ahead and block that lava. Alright, so there's a pretty easy strategy to kind of fix what I've just done here, and that is to just build myself forward, block the side here. I can pull up this cobblestone now, and we can keep on going. I'll put a torch here and continue on. Just need to be careful in the nether because lava flows quite quickly and it can catch you off guard if you're not prepared for it, like I just was just now. But we're going to keep going in this direction. Like I said, we're going to travel about 100 blocks. And, come on, get out of my way, nether quartz. Alright, so let's check our coordinates here. We're at minus 157 on the z-axis, so we're going to keep continuing here because we've got another about 80 blocks to travel here. We can travel pretty quickly with our diamond pickaxe with efficiency 5 here, digging through this netherrack, but we need to be careful not to go too fast, because if we accidentally dig into lava and run into it, we're going to damage ourselves like we did just before. So although we could go slightly faster here, we're going to try not to go too fast. Let's check our coordinates again. We're almost at minus 200, and we're going to continue on. Here we go. Alrighty. Put another torch. Make sure we keep this nice and lit. And, we've dug ourselves out into a nice little opening here. So let's check our coordinates here once again. We're at a minus 210. We're going to try and get to about minus 220 before we start hooking it left. So we should be almost at that now. What are we at here? About 220 is about here. So this is perfect. Now we want to start traveling on our x-axis in this direction. We want to get to about minus 230, and our portal should be about 80 blocks exactly in this direction. So if we dig this way, as long as we don't run into too many obstacles, we should have a pretty straight path all the way to our portal, and we should just kind of pop out next to it. If I've calculated this correctly, which I hope I have. It'd be kind of embarrassing if I didn't. But this is pretty easy because we actually weren't too far away from our regular portal, and there it is. There's our portal over there, looking spectacular. And we're going to go ahead and break this a little bit here and kind of frame it with some cobblestone, just so it's easy to get back here if we want. Well, obviously, we're going to come back here more than once. We're going to come back here quite often, and we'll probably create ourselves a nice little path between these eventually. But we're going to go ahead and just jump over here for now. We have this dodgy little bridge from the last time we were in the Nether, and we're going to jump in our portal, and we'll find ourselves back at our village. Alright, here we are, we've arrived, and thank God, I have a lot of experience from our Ender Dragon fight last episode, and I'm going to go ahead and do some enchanting. But first things first, I'm going to go ahead and jump in my bed over here that is just in the open here. It seems like a villager's tried to steal it, so I'm going to go ahead and wake him up, get him out of my bed, and go for a sleep here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go straight over to our ender chest over here. Actually, what we'll do before that is we'll actually try and throw away some of this stuff here. We've got a bunch of netherrack, some quartz, some endstone, netherrack. Is there anything else in here that I can kind of get rid of? I got some random building materials here. What did I just put in there? I don't even know what I just shoved in there. We got dirt, granite, some oak planks. What can we get rid of here? We'll put some mob drops in here. Blaze can stay in there as well. Ender pearls as well. Just kind of clear up our inventory a little bit here with all of the stuff we picked up on our journey. Put some obsidian in there. Now this ender chest we're actually going to keep on ourselves because we can pretty much use it at any point we ever need to actually access our ender chest. We'll put our bow down here, put that back, put that in there. We'll keep these oak planks. Actually, no, we'll put the oak planks away in here. Is there anything in here that we actually need to keep? Not. The rest of it can stay on our inventory. And now we have a ton of books from when we destroyed that library in the stronghold. So we're going to go ahead and take some of these books, some of which we're going to use for enchanting here, and the others we're going to trade for some emeralds. Now, we have, I think, 2 villagers in our little house over here that we built for them, who are going to do 1-for-1 trades with us with books here. So we can basically trade all of these for emeralds in the long run. It's going to take some time because we're going to have to wait for them to all refresh their trades every so often. But this guy's going to offer it as well, and I think that's our only other one. This guy does as well, but he is kind of bugged out a little bit, and he never wants to reset his actual trades. And I think he's the last one. Yeah, he's the last one willing to do the 1-for-1 trade with emeralds. So it's going to take some time for us to trade all of those. But essentially, over time, all of those books we took from the stronghold are going to translate directly into emeralds. So that's pretty great. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to spend a little bit of this experience that we've got. So I'm going to head over to my chest over here because I've got a cut. What is this? All right, it looks like our some of this has actually collapsed into the cave below here. So we're going to actually have to fix this real quick because we don't want any villagers kind of escaping. We can't fix that with sand, actually. We're going to need some legitimate blocks. So let me just go ahead and grab some stone out of our chest over here. Now, you'll notice on the ground back there where that actually happened that there's a lot of dirt and cobblestone in the area. And the reason that is because we've actually had some troubles in recent times. Because I'll take some extra emeralds here and our efficiency 4 book here. Do we have any others? Sorry, I'm on a bit of a tangent at the moment because we're just trying to keep track of everything. But you'll notice that over here there's actually a lot of random dirt and cobblestone on the ground. That's because there's actually a naturally formed cave beneath this area, and I found that randomly it just started collapsing. And every time I come back here, another part of it has collapsed, and yeah, it's been a bit of trouble. Now, I've been trying to dig it out and replace bits and pieces of it, but it seems like every time I look back here, a bit more of it's collapsed. So we can see some of this cobblestone area here, as well as the stuff we just fixed, and all of this dirt was once actually sand, but it's all collapsed. So we've lost a couple iron golems and villagers to that one there, unfortunately. So we've been trying to keep it nice and covered, but nevertheless, it's not such a big deal. We've been dealing with it as it's happened. So is this guy already has reset, so we can actually go ahead and get a couple more books, emeralds out of him. Same with this guy. For some reason, they reset extremely quickly, so that's great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a good hard look at all of our gear here and try and see if there's anything worth upgrading. Now, it looks like our sword is in a pretty good state at the moment, so we'll ignore that for the time being. Our George, our diamond pickaxe, only has Fortune 2, so we can actually go ahead and buy another Fortune here off, which of these guys has Fortune? This one. So if we buy another Fortune 2 here, we can take this over to the to our anvil over here, and we'll add that onto our pickaxe, and we'll turn George into a Fortune 3, Mending, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 3 pickaxe. There we go. Great. Alright, so this is our Fortune pickaxe. We don't want to add anything like Silk Touch onto that because that'll kind of defeat the purpose of having Fortune on that one. But let's see, what else can we do? We got Fortune 2 on our Diamond Axe. We may as well add Fortune 3 to that one as well, because when we go ahead and harvest all of our watermelons, we'll get a couple extra watermelons, which means trading for emeralds will be a little bit better. So let's go ahead and put that one on there. Now, Fortune 3, awesome. Now, I could go ahead and add another efficiency. I have another efficiency 4 here and make that efficiency 5. But when it comes to axes, it's not really necessary for us to do that. So, not a big deal. But we can add efficiency 3 to our diamond shovel here. So, this is actually going to cost us 20 levels, and we've already blasted through most of our levels. Alright, that is absolutely fine. We'll have to do that at another date. Let's check and see, is there any, let's see, we got feather falling on there. We could add a couple water-based things. Do we actually have anything along the lines of Depth Strider? Let's see if we can't, do we have Depth Strider on any of these guys? Let's see. Frostwalker, no, we could put Frostwalker on it, but I don't think I really want that on it just yet. Smite, we could put that on our... Nah, we don't really need Smite. Respiration, do we have that on our helmet? No, we actually do not. So we could go ahead and take a Respiration. Oh, it was on this guy, wasn't it? We can go ahead and buy some Respiration too. And we could actually put that on our helmet if it will actually fit on there. Now, what else have we got here? We've got Efficiency, another Looting. We already got Max Looting. Quick Charge, we don't really want that. Aqua Affinity. Feather Falling rank 3. No, so this is pretty much the only enchantment that's going to be useful for us as of right now. So let's go ahead and see if we don't have enough levels to put a Respiration on our helmet here. It probably won't be enough. Alright, yeah, it's going to cost us 19 levels, so not quite. Maybe the next couple times we kill the Ender Dragon, we'll get enough XP to add this on. Otherwise, we'll have to wait some time until we have enough XP built up to add those extra enchantments on. But at least now we're not running around with 70 odd experience levels that are going to go to waste if we happen to die in some kind of accident. So I'm going to go ahead and put these away for now, and when we get a bit more experience we can add them in. Put our extra emeralds away, put some sand away, and like I said, we got all of these books. If we're lucky, some of these villages might have reset again already, and we can trade a bit more of that in. But it's going to take us some time to trade all of those in for emeralds, but nevertheless, it's going to be a nice steady little supply of emeralds easily from these guys. There was no reason to not take all those books. There we go. And of course, getting a little bit of XP from this trading is repairing my axe, like so. So that's pretty great. And yeah, it seems like this guy down here, is it this guy? Yeah, this guy doesn't seem to want to actually give me more things. Let's see if we can't get it to fix itself by buying some lanterns and leveling them up here. Okay, it doesn't want to fix it, but we'll we did actually get multi-shot offered to us now from that, so that's pretty cool. What about this guy down here? He actually has actually not full leveled either, but we're not going to worry about that today. That's for another video, or just a little bit of my own spare time. So that's all we wanted to cover in this video today. We just wanted to kind of connect our nether portals so we have a nice little connection in down there, so we can move between our stronghold and our village nice and easily. What we'd like to do in the next couple of episodes is to actually build ourselves a home. I'm thinking about building it in this area out here, and I'm not sure if I want to stick with the theme of the village and do kind of a Japanese style looking home and kind of tie that theme in for the rest of the area here. Unsure if I want to do that yet, or if I want to go for a more modern style home, kind of building it with some wool, maybe some bone blocks, and go with some whites, greys, and blacks all mixed in together. We will see. Maybe I'll look for a bit of inspiration on Google, but we'll see. That's for another video, but I'm unsure if I want to do that first, or if I want to go exploring in the end and see if I can't find some end cities. So leave a comment down below if you'd like to, which one you'd like to see first, whether I'm building a house or maybe going and exploring some end cities. But I think it is kind of time for me to build myself a house, because I've kind of been slumming it in the open here next to this farm for some time now. And yeah, I think we're in need of a house. So maybe that's something that should be on the menu before we're going out and exploring even more for even more loot. Because, you know, we need somewhere to put all of our storage chests, because this is just kind of sad at this point, isn't it? But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. It wasn't too much in today. We just kind of wanted to spend a bit of our XP, link up our portals, and that took a little bit less time than I was actually anticipating. But that's actually a good thing. So, hope you enjoyed, guys. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video of Prime Survival. Thanks, guys. Cheers.